Hey guys, I'm Joe from Livingfootball, and today I'm going to show you the Messi shoulder drop feint skill. It looks like this. We're going to drop our shoulder to one side and then we're going to take the ball to the other side. I'm going to show you how you can use the skill in 4 different game situations. Game scenario number 1 is if the defender fully runs onto you and is going to tackle you. One thing up front is like this is going to rarely happen on a professional level because defenders, they only run onto you with full speed and tackle you if they are about 95% sure they're going to get the ball. Otherwise, they're going to retrieve. Another scenario where they're most likely going to tackle you is if you're here very close to the box, to the opponent's goal, then they have to tackle you at a certain time in order for you not being able to shoot. That's those 2 ways. Otherwise, it happens a lot on a youth level. If you're playing a youth team, you're going to see a lot that the defenders just keep running onto you and then they don't stop, they just tackle. Okay, this is not really good defending and you're not going to see it very often on a high skilled level. What's very important is for this scenario is that you're going to do the step close to the ball, you bring your shoulder and your knee at the same time. You bend your knee, you bring your shoulder forward, you step diagonally past the ball. That's step number 1. Then as soon as the player comes, very important is if the player comes to speed, be careful. He might gonna hit you. So there's 2 ways to do it. If the player is a little bit further away, you can just use the outside of your foot to push the ball to the other side. And then you go past the player. In case the player comes very close with his leg, be prepared to shoulder, knee, step forward, then turn around, then lift the ball up, and then jump past his leg, and then move away. Okay, this is very likely going to happen. The defender is not going to stop, especially like I said on a youth level or on a lower league level. So it's going to happen. He comes close, step, flip, jump, and then follow the ball in order to getting hit by the player. So game scenario number 2 is if you dribble onto your player and you just want to use the skill onto the player. So that means you dictate when you're going to do the skill. You dribble onto the player. The critical part here is you do everything on a smaller scale because compared to the scenario before where you are passively waiting or like not much movement is from your side, the defender brings all the energy. There you have to do a wider skill. For here, if you bring the energy, your skill has to be on a smaller scale, okay? Your skill has to be on a smaller scale. That means you come here, bring shoulder, knee, diagonally up front. The purpose of that, instead of doing that one, is that you're on top of the ball and you're staying in the forward movement. If I come and I step sideways, my forward momentum is gone. If I come here, I step forward, I still can choose the other side to have my other forward momentum as well. We dribble onto the player, step, push, and then pull. Same rule with lopping the ball applies. If you get too close to the player where he might bring his leg out, if I come over here and I'm too close, the player already brings his leg out, I have to lift the ball up and then move sideways. So I have to alter the skill in order for it to be successful against a good defender. When you do the shoulder feint and step forward, that you don't do that kind of movement. You push the ball with your leg away from you because that means afterwards you have to start and run and get on top of the ball. So this is the same thing when we talk about the youth level and amateur level. You see that, you're gonna see that a lot of times. They step past, they push the ball and then they just chase after it. And they can do that because the defender comes with speed and then you just push the ball away. But if you play on a higher level or on a professional level, it's very important that you step, bend your knee, and then your shoulder rotates and you bend your other knee and then your entire body moves to the side and then you move forward. The biggest difference by doing that is because you use the energy of your body and you stay close to the ball. Step diagonally past, the ball is underneath you, then you move around, bring your shoulder down, move your entire body, move forward, and I stay on top of the ball for the entire time. Game variation number 3 is if a player comes diagonally past you, you're dribbling diagonally, and then out of this position the player comes over here and is quite close to you. Then you do the step past, and then most of the time, because the defender is here, he's going to be able to do one step. Okay, so what you need to do is you dribble, you step past, and then you lift up the ball and jump past his leg, and then you fully out dribbled him. Okay, I'll show you one more time. For a dribble over here, okay, defender is coming this way, I'm dribbling, I'm stepping past, I'm lifting up, and then I'm moving around. For the lifting up part, the same rule as for the step past. You step past, shoulder down, then shoulder down, lift up with your entire body, and then choose pass. Last scenario is, let's pretend there's a defender behind us coming onto us, okay? He's not touching us yet, but he's about 2 meters away. So we keep moving this way, and then we step, we take the ball sideways, and that's gonna make the defender get static and gives us time to turn around or to pass the ball. A pro tip for this skill is that if you feel that the defender comes more from that direction, then ideally what you want to do is you want to feint in that direction where he's going to go, so he keeps pushing that direction, and then you push the other way. If you feel like he comes the other way, he comes diagonally that way, you get on top, skill there, and then push it to the other side. If the player comes straight onto you, you can go straight forward, and then you can choose any direction and take the ball sideways, but on a smaller scale. What you also should avoid is getting too wide. That happens a lot of times, especially on a youth and amateur level, is that you step too far, your center of gravity is too far off, and then all you can do is to push the ball far away from you. Same thing over here. If you push too far over there, the ball is going to go and you're going to chase the defender, next defender is going to come. So it's very crucial here, keep it on a small scale, step, shoulder down, swoop, bring shoulder and go. It's kind of a movement like bam, bam, an 8. An 8 is your shoulder. You go down and then you bring a shoulder and your entire body sideways. That's the exact execution. Again, here on this side, shoulder down, bam, bam, and go, lift up. That's the 2 different variations. And another thing on a pro level, what you should be aware of, or if you're very skillful on an amateur or youth level, what happens to defenders, they're just gonna kick you over, so be aware of that. Step, jump, and then jump past his legs, okay? Always try to prevent from getting hit if you can. That's it for today. Let me know which skill you have to use, which game scenario is yours. Are you playing on a youth level? Are you playing on a professional level? Which one are you using most? Put it in the comment sections below. If you have any questions, let me know. Like, comment, share. See you next time.